1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. What is this? Mic check. I got the window open, so I'm trying not to be too loud.
Never had a cavity.
We're finally here.
Welcome, everyone.
We're here, man. It took a minute. It took a long time.
We walked all the way here. It took us this long to walk.
I picked him up.
Okay.
I drove him here. I set up the cameras.
No.
I set up the audio.
I offered my assistance.
No, you didn't. And I gave him his 4PF chain.
No.
Show the camera what I iced you up with. Show that camera
Multiple
too.
views we got.
Show both cameras what I iced you up with.
This camera, this camera, this camera.
That's what I'm saying. I would just appreciate if you were a little more grateful, just a little bit.
You gave me a job.
Thanks
Thanks to you, I make thousands of dollars.
I'm about to report you to the unemployment office. You keep acting up.
No.
I swear to God. All right. Anyway, it took us a long time. It took us a minute, but we finally got video. This is a test. We don't know how it's going to look, how it's going to come out in the end. Hopefully it's decent. Hopefully it's something that we can keep doing.
Yeah.
If my gracious co-host here were to lend me a hand, things would usually
What do you
go,
need help? I said I'd help you at the beginning of this. I said whatever you need help with, I'll do.
Listen, man. it doesn't matter now. We got it set up.
I moved this chair slightly to the right.
No, dude, you're fine. You're straight. Don't even trip. Don't even trip. All right? I don't know. What do you think about the camera angle? You think we should lower it?
I don't think it's that bad,
Okay.
but we could lower it.
What do you think? Come here. Check it out. No, come here. Check on the computer. You think we should lower it?
No, it's good.
You think it's good?
Yeah, it's solid.
Solid?
Actually, Joe Rogan has tons of space above his head.
Yeah, see both of you. Got the booze in the middle.
I don't want that.
Everything you need.
This is a family-friendly show. But thank you for the input.
This is water. This is water. That's apple juice.
I usually don't drink this bottom shelf stuff. I usually got like Class A Azul and
Yeah, usually.
whatnot. But, today was an off day. All right. I don't have the topics.
Okay, I'll pull it up. Well, basketball's
Just
back.
kidding. Basketball is back. I'm probably going to die. My bookie will probably kill me. I'm in the hole. He knows. I'm just kidding.
That's what you get for indulging in sin.
I don't actually gamble.
It's illegal for a reason.
Exactly. It's not. It's in the Bible. It's in
Yeah.
the Quran. Don't gamble,
The
people.
Crown said you're not allowed to bet on the Raptors to win.
Who took the Raptors?
I thought you did.
What dumb nigga took the Raptors? Nah, what's the score looking like?
They're down 23.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
You know what? Maybe I'll start betting just as like a way to laugh at myself because it is so funny to lose by so much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, it's great.
It's pathetic. It's like really sad.
It's really funny when it's not you.
Yeah.
You should be happy though.
No, it is. It is good to have basketball back. I never was the big. You know me, man. I'm not the most athletic of guys, but it's entertaining.
I feel like the people who bet on sports most of the time aren't athletic.
Oh no way.
I feel like
Well, even like the guys who report on it and stuff, and who talking about it on ESPN. Like
the commentators are never.
nebbish just looking guys.
The commentators are never athletic
He's
because
gonna have to work harder at training.
yeah, their commentary is pretty basic. But when you bet on sports, you have to be like non-partial.
Yeah.
People who are athletic, I feel like they're too like biased almost. Is that
Interesting?
I don't know. What do you think?
I'd say, if you bet on a team you're a fan of, that's dangerous.
Right.
You're not thinking to bring anything with your fandom.
You can't be
Right.
emotional. You can't. That's
That
what
means
I've
it's
heard.
really good that the Pistons suck. It's really good that the Lions suck. It's really good that the Tigers suck. Yeah.
right. Yeah. Right. That's good for us. But
Tigers ate shit the past few games.
I have not watched. You've been watching baseball?
I like baseball. That's my family sport.
I'm not gonna say what I want to say.
Say it.
I'm just saying never mind. If we were playing baseball still, things would be a little different. But
I'm good.
anyway, if I do end up uncut gem style dead in the middle of the lake, Detroit River,
You okay, Bubby?
you'll know why. But
What's the matter, Bubby?
let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about the depressing stuff.
No, I mean there's a lot of news about that because the game itself, but all the Black Lives Matter stuff.
Oh well, I mean, yeah. When your league is all black,
Yeah,
you kind of don't have a choice.
or Eastern European, it looks sus to not talk about it.
Slavic.
Like Niko Blagojevich. They're all Croatian.
But about the Black Lives Matter thing, I don't want to laugh at this because everyone's already laughed at it and everyone's pointed it out. But I do think it is a little ironic that my man who didn't kneel
Yeah.
Ended up busting his kneecaps. What was his name?
Jonathan Isaac.
All right, Jonathan Isaac ended up. His legs exploded in the middle of the court. What happened?
Jesus struck him down.
Meniscus or ACL, I forget. One of the two.
Okay.
Torn.
Okay.
Damn.
That's a year.
A year out?
9 months.
Oh wow, it's that serious. 9 months to a year out. Oh.
With surgery. You need surgery, and then it's a long recovery.
I mean, I hate to say this, but that's what you get.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm celebrating the fact that he's injured, but I do think it just goes to show what happens when you're not down. We do hope he gets better though, right? Everyone here hopes he gets better.
Yeah.
Like we want nothing but a speedy recovery for him, no matter his different. At the end of the day, he's a brother. You know, I can't wish harm on another brother. But any other sports takes you had?
There's been more Kawhi stuff where he's not enthused. That's always funny. I don't know. It's just entertaining to watch. You know, good to have it back.
This is my honest take, and you can correct me if I'm wrong if you disagree.
Okay.
Besides Charles Barkley, I think Kawhi Leonard is the funniest man to have ever been in the NBA.
You think more than Shaq?
Yes.
Wow.
Shaq is family friendly, but Kawhi is genuinely just his core being.
Yeah, I think he's hilarious.
He's hilarious. No one is like him.
That's interesting.
Even if he doesn't mean to be funny.
Maybe. I think Shaq's pretty funny though.
Shaq is pretty funny.
He had Shaq Fu.
He did. He had Kazam.
Yeah,
Right.
he did have Kazam.
That was him, right?
Damn, he had a lot. He had a video game.
Yeah.
He had a movie.
Yeah.
Where he was a genie.
Now he does his commercials with the General.
And Papa.
Papa John's?
Yeah.
Aren't they racist?
Yeah.
Okay.
But now they put his big face in the box.
Oh, his face is on the pizza box?
Yeah, Shaq, Papa Shaq.
Really?
It says that in the box.
Oh, wow. That's actually
How
pretty
wild.
It's pretty wild.
I've never had Papa John's. Have you ever had it?
I'm not a fan. The dough is like a little too sweet.
I've avoided it for years. I'm going to keep this streak going, I think.
I have a habit, though, of eating like – I eat pretty healthy, but when I eat fast food, I eat like the worst quality fast food, like White Castle.
Arby's?
I do eat Arby's.
Yeah.
I'm nasty. I don't want to out myself, but –
Arby's, like, that's such a bad pitch for a fast food restaurant.
What?
Roast beef sandwiches.
What's wrong with roast beef?
I don't know. It's for fast food. Hot and steamy out the drive-thru.
So roast beef sandwich, that's worse than a burger.
I guess, yeah. The concept of fast food is kind of gross.
And I didn't know you were so bougie. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
I love it. It's all
Would you like some Grey Goose, some Class A Azul? Sir, feed up on...
Kirkland.
Anyway. Enough about the basketball fast food.
Yeah.
This is a show about music. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us on video for the first time.
Thank you.
Hopefully this comes out how we wanted to. But we did have a list of topics we wanted to talk about. And on the very top of the list today, we had...
Wet ass pussy.
I was going to say WAP. I wasn't even going to say the whole thing.
Wet ass pussy, folks. But
okay,
that's a song.
Sure.
We're not talking just about the concept of it.
Did you see the video? Did you hear the song?
Well, if you watch, I watched the video without audio.
Really?
I didn't hear. No. Who would do that?
I don't know.
No, I listened to it.
What do we think? Have you heard it?
I just listened to it when you guys said you were going to talk about it.
Right.
Did you slide into it? No.
Okay.
That was bad.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
I don't care. I don't know. It's some wet ass pussy.
Okay, but
it's funny. I here's my thing. You can make whatever you want in music. If you're even at whatever level, you can make a song about whatever you want. I'm gonna laugh if some of the words are just they're I'm a child, but they're funny.
I love the park that big ass truck in this little garage.
Yeah.
I think Cardi B said that.
Even if it's intentional or not, it's
Bars.
just very funny. Yeah, it's funny.
What was I gonna say? Whose song is it? Is it Meg's song or Cardi's song?
I think I'm gonna look at the lyrics right now. It's Cardi B's song.
I think it's Cardi's song.
Yeah. But I mean, Meg Thee Stallion's way better. I think.
Dude, I mean, I wanted to talk about this. We can talk about it now. What Megan did to Cardi on that song, was it disrespectful?
On Wet Ass Pussy?
The way she, I don't know, she stole the show.
Yeah.
She killed the song.
Yeah.
I feel like it's almost a bad look for Cardi. Am I wrong?
People aren't going to see it that way. People aren't going to look at who is better, I don't think.
I know we're not supposed
Only we do that.
No, not only. Hip-hop is about who's the better MC. The
wet
whole point.
Ass pussy make that pull-out game weak.
I'm telling you.
You fucking with some wet pussy.
Listen,
Yeah,
The whole point
that's my shit.
the whole point of hip hop and history is like you rank MCs. Like that's the sport.
You think that's how it is right now?
I mean, right now is debatable, but
Right.
you pit MCs against each other. Like
No, I'm not saying it's wrong to do that, but I don't think anyone gives a shit.
I don't give a shit if you give a shit. We're gonna talk
Okay,
about this
okay.
right now.
Yes, obviously Megan Thee Stallion's way better.
If anyone that gives a shit watches the show.
Okay.
Point being, though, I mean, you compare Lil Baby and Gunna.
No, of course. Okay, fine. Yeah, well, fine. You know what? That's true. We'll talk
Yeah.
about it. Megan Thee Stallion's always been fine to me. Cardi B always rubbed me
Double
the wrong
entendre.
way.
She's always been fine. Go on.
Yeah, Cardi B has always kind of annoyed me a little bit. I don't. She's way not commercial about it, but almost like pandering. I feel putting her in like American Express commercials and like Pepsi commercials. I don't give a shit, whatever. But I'm not gonna enjoy it as much.
You don't like her getting money?
I don't care. I don't care at all. Like, just seeing her in commercials makes me. I don't like the commercials. What I'm saying is, Meg Thee Stallion has much more talent to counteract any kind of, mainstream popularity, corniness that comes with that.
So do you think Cardi B is corny?
Yes.
And you
I
think
do, but I've said this before.
And you think she's corny because she's mainstream?
No, I don't know. She's just not as like talented. So when she is corny, I can tolerate it less.
So because okay, let me get this straight. You think that Megan is a better rapper,
Yes.
and you think like Megan is more talented.
Yes, I think she's more talented.
And you think that Cardi B is corny because she's less talented.
No, it's almost like because she's less talented, the corniness bothers me more. She started off as a reality TV show star.
Okay. She started off as a stripper.
She started off as a stripper, then a reality show.
Yeah.
And she's in the headlines for like her marriage with Offset or what she said on Instagram this week. And it's just like when that corniness comes through, I'm less likely to enjoy it if there's no talent. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Am I valid?
But I feel like what you see as corny
Yeah.
is what America sees as relatable.
Right, but again, if this is us talking,
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. It's annoying.
I never saw her as corny though.
Yeah.
I always saw it as more of a relatable shtick. Because she embraces it. Like
Yeah.
she took the whole cuz she popped off in 2017. So she takes the whole concept of being a stripper, being a hoe and embraces it. I mean, and that's not new, but she gets a lot of flack from like, the news, Fox
for
News.
being a hoe.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Look, if you want to say that, like, the representation she, puts forth in terms of, destigmatizing hoe-ness or all that. Yeah, you want to argue that's good? Sure, I would agree with you.
And I think that's what you see
I
as
just
corny.
don't care. I don't care. It's not gonna make me.
You're on a hip hop show.
Okay, and that's the only song that came out is "Wet Ass Pussy." The only thing we can talk about is "Wet Ass Pussy." I think it's a fun song.
Listen,
it's fine.
I text you before the show. I talked to you in the car. I talked to you before I set everything up. I said, just have an opinion.
That's what I said.
You just can't come to every show saying, who cares? I don't care.
That's not what I said.
He does this every time.
No, I don't.
He does this every single time. All I ask is you have
I
an
brought
opinion.
up the Wet Pussy because that's funny. I said it's a funny song. I'm going to read more lyrics just to prove my point.
Please, go ahead.
I
give him his first chain, and this is how
bring
he
a
acts.
bucket and a mop for this wet-ass pussy. It's good. It's funny. Like it's good writing. I like it. I just like that's. I don't know. It's nothing. This is more than I like this more than I usually like Cardi B. I'll say that.
I just think that, okay, Cardi B has been out of the spotlight for a minute. We mentioned that in episode 1.
Swipe your nose like a credit card.
We mentioned on episode 1 of this season that Cardi B has been out of the spotlight
Spit in my mouth
for a minute, right?
Yeah.
And so I think it was kind of questionable to have your big comeback song be one where you also get washed on, because Megan washed her.
But what? Yeah, I guess.
And the song itself is pretty mid.
Yeah.
The song itself is pretty forgettable. I mean, the video is amazing. The two of them are amazing. I mean, like what they're doing.
Amazing.
I'm trying to be like as correct as possible, but what they're doing is pretty admirable. So I think as personalities, this is a bigger deal than the song itself.
Yeah, but if you're the kind of audience they have in particular, I'm not saying limit. I'm saying like if
just their audience.
They're top of the top, so they're gonna have a wide audience. Yeah. I don't know if they're as inclined to Not even rank. Like, you could say one's better or one's not. But like,
no, of course their audience doesn't rank
who
them.
cares? I agree with you that Megan's
But
shitting on her.
But I'm looking at
Squirting
this.
on her.
You have to think of it from my perspective. I like hip hop. I like rap.
Yeah.
So of course I view things that way.
Yeah.
I don't really view it as a fan of that person, because if I did that, I would say, I wouldn't shower every time I listen to a Griselda album. Like people like you who love Griselda, the white hipsters who don't shower.
Motherfucker. That's not even.
So like you don't have to assume the role of their particular fan. I look at it from like a hip hop perspective, point of view. You know what I'm saying?
Take that back.
I'm just saying.
Nice.
I'm really just trying to have a conversation with you. I feel like you being on camera is getting you hype. I feel like you're acting out more than usual.
Honestly, funny song. Obviously, Megan's better. I think she's talented. I've never had a problem with her as much as like the corniness of Cardi B.
Yeah.
If this is her comeback, I didn't really view it as that because I didn't think she was necessarily out of the limelight. Mm-hmm. She definitely like took a backseat, but I thought that was kind of self-imposed. You know what I'm saying? I think she said that at one point.
Oh yeah, no, she needed some time out of the spotlight.
Yeah. I think she had a baby and everything, which is fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's detrimental or anything. I agree Megan's better, but the thing too is Cardi B is so much more popular that regardless of who's more talented, it's almost like you're still giving the featured artist the helping hand. You know what I'm saying? Now even more people know who Megan Thee Stallion is.
So you think this was charity?
Not charity, but it's like mutual benefit. It's like
right. They're both eating.
It counters itself. So it's like obviously Cardi B is not as good a rapper as Megan Thee Stallion, but it doesn't take away from this. I don't know. It's funny. It's a good song. I like it. I'm looking at the camera too much, but it's a funny song, and Kylie Jenner was in the video too.
I was just gonna ask what you thought of that.
I guess it makes sense that she was in the car then, because I was like, why is she like? How are they friends?
They were hanging out before that.
They are friends.
They were on Instagram Live together.
They were.
Yeah, before that happened. The Tory Lanez thing. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, before that happened, they were hanging out. But
I didn't know they were friends, but
I didn't know they were friends either. How do you think that happened?
Interesting. I bet they probably just have a similar circle at this point.
You don't think it was coordinated by the label or Chris?
Chris. You can never underestimate Chris, I guess.
No.
I don't know. Maybe it was. Maybe you're right.
Something's fishy. And the fact that we haven't had any more details about that car situation,
yeah,
it's a little fishy.
Maybe Kylie was the real shooter.
We'd never know it.
She's a top shotter.
If that were truth, we would never know it.
Damn.
I'm telling you.
Shit.
But yeah, the consensus on the show. Shameless plug loves WAP. Shameless plug loves wet ass pussy.
Make that pull-out game week.
I saw a really funny take. People were complaining about it. I mean, this is the internet. People are always going to complain about something. But I think it just goes to show if a man is complaining about wet ass pussy, a man will complain about anything.
Yeah.
We agree on that.
Yeah, there's no sensible reason to complain about this song in any way.
No, I mean it's serviceable. The song was kind of mid, but it was serviceable.
All right, there's also there was someone was saying like, man, there's so many good women rappers too, like Rhapsody. Why can't we make them famous?
I love Rhapsody.
Well, but then someone quote tweeted that with a video of her in an interview, and she was like, yeah, any woman rapper should be as popular as they are. Like, I'm not going to bring down any woman because what's the point of doing that? You know. See, like she wouldn't even agree with that statement supporting her.
So wait, what was the original statement about?
The original statement was women like Rhapsody should be more popular in rap, but instead you make this shit like with your titties out and your pussy wet.
See why would that even be true? Because it's not like male rapper counterparts.
Yeah, right.
Like Rhapsody are famous.
Right.
The only one I can think of is like J. Cole. Who's similar to Rhapsody.
Yeah.
And even then,
and he tries his damnedest not to be. I don't think he gives a shit.
But even then, he blew up back in time when being lyrical was more cool.
Well, and before he was like that. Because he
was like this since Friday Night Lights.
But there's a distinct shift here.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You hate dreaded J. Cole.
No, I don't. Let me say what... that was not what I was saying.
Okay.
When 2014 Forest Hills Drive happened,
mm-hmm.
His audience kind of took a... What?
No, go on, please. Sorry, go on.
I'm going to shake my head whenever you say anything, and then I'll make you look like the idiot. How about that?
No, please go on.
How about that?
No,
I'm going to do that next time.
No, please. I'm listening.
When 2014 Forest Hills Drive came out, Stop.
I'm sorry.
Just go on. So aggravating.
Just go on.
If you're not watching and you're listening, Xavier's giving me the middle finger and tell me to fuck off every time. Anyway, when J. Cole had that album come out, his audience took a more like his artistic output was more lyrical miracle stuff. I'm downplaying it, but before that he was much more pop and fun.
I would disagree.
You disagree?
I would disagree.
All right.
I do think Born Sinner was just as lyrical as 2014 Forest Hill Drive.
Yeah, but it's the marketing of it. The Smile song was way more radio friendly than all the just straight rapping he could do.
Oh, you're saying Crooked Smile had he had more singles.
He had more radio appeal.
He had more singles. He had more Power Trip, and he had more Crooked Smiles. But I do think that as an album and as an artist, J. Cole didn't become more lyrical.
No, it's branding of them.
2014.
I mean, all this is branding. Megan Thee Stallion's very lyrical.
Well, that's around the time Dreamville really started to blow.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, he got more in his he got more in his.
I'm not criticizing J. Cole. I mean, and the more I grow up and think about it, like I don't dislike his music. No problem with. I mean, the preachy stuff gets bad, but he definitely. What was the point of me bringing this up? I forgot.
Because we're comparing him to Rhapsody.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, the point is like obviously, pop sounding stuff is gonna be more popular than lyrical stuff.
Right.
That's obvious.
Right. I mean, it's pop rap.
Yeah.
It can only be so lyrical. And speaking of pop rap, I made you listen to this in the car.
Yeah.
I still don't know your final thoughts. So, for those who don't know, the new Amine album.
Yeah.
Amine. He's the guy who had Caroline.
Yeah.
He's cool. But his new album dropped last night. It's called Limbo. I made him listen to a song in the car that I thought was pretty interesting.
The Becky one?
The Becky song.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? And
look,
for those who don't know, let's explain the Becky song.
Yeah. Becky, well, you explain it.
Okay.
This is your position.
All right. So, no. So, on the album Limbo, Amine has a song called Becky where he talks about the difficulties he's experienced dating a white woman. And he's a black man. And the whole song is about how they get looks when they go out to restaurants and how both their families didn't approve of their relationship, yada, yada. But it's interesting to me because it's a bold move to make in this current climate.
Yeah.
It's a bold move to make, period.
Look, I can never understand this kind of...
You would never date a black
never.
Woman?
I'm not a black man, is what I mean.
You're right. No kidding. I'm sorry, please.
I'm going to stage a coup on you.
I'm sorry, please.
All I'm saying is, based on Twitter conversations I read, or based on kind of the general kind of consensus on what I would assume would be his audience, why would you make that? Just why make it?
Well, I mean, he is living that experience.
Yeah, but I mean, that can't be tasteful to anyone who's a fan of his. Why do it? It seems like it's caused a lot of shit.
Okay, you know what? We need to keep it real on the show. We need to be real.
Okay.
Yes, he's black, but his parents are also immigrants.
Yeah, he's Ethiopian.
Right. I don't know if he's Ethiopian or Eritrean, but he is Habesha. Shout out. Shout out.
Yeah, he's East African.
He's East African, specifically Habesha. And so in that culture, and in a lot of immigrant cultures, it's very controversial to bring someone home of a different race, like regardless of if you're black or otherwise. So maybe we shouldn't look at this as a point of like an African American dating a white woman, but as like it's an immigrant thing.
But then we really don't know what we're talking about then.
Well, I feel like just the optics of it are still you're a black man.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get from his perspective that, why there would be problems. Because from the sound of the song, his parents do give him some sort of like flack for it.
Yeah.
But it comes.
How old is he, do you think?
He's 25.
I mean, that's kind of. Is that too old to be saying this?
I mean, it never goes away.
No. It's hard for me to say anything. I think the optics are so bad, I don't get the point of making it. But I can't say if it's valid or not,
We need to explain why the optics are bad, though.
Yeah.
I think they're bad because no one wants to hear a famous person complain about how hard it is for them to date a white girl.
Yeah.
Like, in general, there's always been that belief that once black men become famous, they leave you for a white girl. Kanye said it.
Yeah.
You know,
And Spike Lee made that movie.
right. There's some validity to that. I don't think it's that, accurate. There are plenty of famous black people with black spouses.
Yeah.
Plenty. And that's not even an exclusively black man thing. Everyone from every race
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
dates usually like a white person when they have a position of power.
Yeah.
That's just because of America and the world we live in.
Mm-hmm.
But when you specifically talk about how hard it is to date a white woman, everyone's looking at you kind of crazy. If we're keeping it real, like everyone's looking at you like, this nigga, man. Like, oh man. So it's not a good look. It's simply not a good look. But I see where he's coming from.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you like if you really love someone, or even like someone a lot, and you're dating them, and people are judging you because of the way that you both look, obviously that sucks.
Yeah.
But again, the general narrative of the whole snow bunny,
I didn't even say that.
What is that? Is that offensive?
I didn't.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Nothing. Go on, please.
What do I do? What is your problem?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please
I'm
go
just
on.
kidding. I agree with you. I think there's a lot of people get a lot of shit for talking about it and complaining. It seems like complaining when, I don't. It's a lot of complaining, I guess.
Right.
You're a rich and famous rapper, and you're still complaining about a kind of minuscule thing. But again, I don't know.
Honestly, I agree that it's minuscule, but you have to know that as a white person, people are going to say, how could you ever know it's minuscule?
That's right.
And as a white person,
I'm
who's
saying the
only
optics are
dated
bad
white people.
regardless. That's from like a PR perspective, but I don't know if it's like unjust or if he's boosting.
I don't think he's boosting. I think he is insightful. I'm not going to call him sensitive, but I do think he is a thoughtful person.
Yeah.
And when you're thoughtful, you look into things, you think about things. And so when you are going out to get dinner with your girlfriend and she's white, not that I've been in this situation, but when you do go out to go get dinner with your girlfriend and she's white and people are staring at you, you're probably going to get looks for that.
Damn.
I mean,
I wouldn't know again.
But then you have to think about the perspective of some people are going to ask why you would date someone whose family doesn't approve of you.
Yeah, if you like them, I don't know.
It's a tricky situation. It's a touchy subject.
Yeah, I can't really relate. All I know is the songs. Again, it's kind of inadvertently kind of funny.
It's a touchy subject, but the song is kind of funny. And you're not slick. On the album, you didn't listen to the whole album, but on the album, before he had that song, he had a song about his mom and how much he loves her.
Oh.
Yeah, like directly before that.
But that's always been his kind of problem. I listened to a few of the songs, and it honestly sounds a lot better. It's more up my alley than he has been for years.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of cornered the Urban Outfitter,
Well, he used to be more pop rap.
Yeah.
This album was a
lot more
straight up rap.
Yeah.
The Slow Tie and Vince Staples song, I thought it was genuinely good.
I liked it.
And the intro.
Was that the one I listened to?
That's the one that had the West Side Gun sample.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's more appealing to me than his music has been probably ever. But he's just kind of corny. I don't know. He's a little corny.
You think everyone's corny. You think J. Cole, Cardi B, Amina.
J. Cole's preachy.
This guy, he thinks.
Stop it.
He thinks if they're not selling drugs on the corner in a Goose buffer jacket selling bricks, that they're corny.
First off, that's true. Second off, don't do that anymore. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to turn away.
No. It's true. You think if there's a black rapper and he's not selling crack out of his butt.
No. And I like when the Puerto Ricans sell crack. I like when they all sell crack. No, listen. The honest truth is, making a song complaining about not having to date a white girl, but when you date a white girl, it being hard. I get it. We talked about it, but it is kind of corny. The optics are corny.
Yes.
He's been like that his whole career. No, this one's better than they usually are. I'll give him credit. I listen to it maybe.
I was just making an observation that you call every rapper that's not signed to Griselda corny.
That's not even true. Okay, now we're going to do the next topic. I'm too heated.
If they're not Wu-Tang or Griselda, you call them corny.
No. Folks, you know who is corny? Ellen DeGeneres.
I'm not done with this topic yet.
Please.
No, we're not. We're not.
Okay.
This is all I'm saying. All I'm saying is why does someone have to sell drugs and be from Buffalo, New York, or be from Queens for them to have your seal of approval? That's all I'm asking.
Or Rochester. No, that's not it. That's not. First off, that is just my favorite. I have a bias towards my favorite kind of stuff, which is like Bubble Down, Fishscale, Yankee Fitted kind of rap. But that's not all I like. And even though it's like some of that is my favorite, doesn't mean that it's only my favorite. Only that's my favorite. I just, if someone starts off with that kind of Brockhampton, Urban Outfitter.
No one even brought Brockhampton up.
I'm describing a kind of fan. It's a Brockhampton, Urban Outfitter, Claro kind of, alternative kind of fan. That's the kind of fan I've assumed he's always had. I'm not saying because of his fans I don't like him. I'm just saying.
Why do you care what fans other rappers have?
I'm explaining. I'm saying that kind of music sounds similar in a way. That's why they all have the same fans. And that kind of music is not my favorite. Doesn't mean it's always bad. Doesn't mean the guys don't have talent. It just means it's personally not my favorite, and it can come off sometimes a little corny to me. Is that a good enough defense?
I think.
Please, no more of this.
I think that you need to understand that not everyone is about that life. And
I'm not.
And a lot of rap fans aren't about that life.
Right.
And they need to listen to rap too. They need to listen to hip hop too.
Fair.
I feel like just because something isn't for you doesn't automatically make it corny.
Fine. I think we both agreed this song, that's why we brought it up, this song is kind of corny.
The Becky song is corny.
The Caroline song was corny. No? I'm sorry. It doesn't mean I don't like.
I'm not even disagreeing with you. I'm thinking about it. And I do think that looking back it can be corny. But in 2016,
look, here's another thing too. We make fun of all the Fishscale guys. They're corny as hell. A lot of them are very corny. We make fun of it all the time. I just like it more.
Here's where I disagree. I don't think they're corny. I think they're the farthest thing from.
Maybe we have different definitions of corny.
True. Like, what does corny even mean? I think they're the farthest thing from corny, but their fans are the corniest.
Interesting.
Like, you can make fun of people who shop at Urban Outfitters and people who listen to Amine all day, but at least they're in that world. Like, their lives aren't so different from Amine's. As far as we know, Amine's life and J. Cole's life, like, it's more relatable to them. So, of course, they're going to like it.
Yeah.
Me and you don't sell crack.
No.
So.
Isn't that weird? I thought
actually,
people tell me that all the time.
Just play it. Go on.
People tell me that all the time, but I have to tell them I don't actually sell drugs.
But me and you like Griselda.
Yeah. Yeah, but the same reason I like mafia shit. I've never been in the mafia. And some of those guys are very corny.
I think you consume media and you listen to music and you look at art as a way to go into the artist's world.
Yeah.
Whereas some people,
we've had this discussion before. No. I'm only explaining. This is years ago. I don't remember. You probably don't remember. But one time we were talking about music, and you were like, to me, you said you only really listen to music in your headphones, and you said that you think of music sometimes thinking about what would play well in a room, or like what would sound good in like a bar or a club or something.
Because I go to those places,
right? Which I don't. So we do have different understandings of what sounds good, because I'm never gonna be at a bar and be like, this would sound good here. Or this wouldn't sound good here. I would like to hear what I like to hear regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I understand. But why would being in your room make listening to Griselda better?
Because the hoes don't like Fishscale. We've talked about that too.
But why do you like Fishscale?
Because it's crime shit. It's entertaining. It's risk. It's paranoia that you can it's exciting.
But that's why I'm asking. Like, when you're in your room, you go into that artist's world. You enter that artist's world, right?
Right, yeah.
I'm saying for most people, most casual music and hip-hop fans, when they listen to an artist, it's so they can relate to it, not so they can step into the artist's world. Well, when people listen to Megan Thee Stallion, and when people post pictures of Megan Thee Stallion on their Twitter and Instagram, it's because they see themselves in Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, they're a hot girl.
Right. People always say, I'm a hot girl, I'm this, I'm that. When we listen to Benny the Butcher and Conway and West Side Gun.
Speaking of.
I know, we'll get to them. But when we listen to them, we don't picture ourselves on the corner of Buffalo, New York, slinging rocks.
Yeah.
So I think you have to think about it from a casual perspective. We don't listen to music like the casual person. That sounds
We're
corny.
fucked.
That sounds corny, but
So
we like to get in depth with the artist. And most people don't.
yeah, it also is just, I was thinking about this as you were saying. I also just genuinely like the sounds. Take away everything else, the sound of a guy saying, over a beat, saying monotone kind of raps. I just like that. It just pleases me.
I don't think Griselda's monotone.
No, I don't mean that. I just mean like, as opposed to, well, I like auto-tune too. It's just like, just rap. I just like the sound of rap. It could be, well, not like Sugar Hill Gang, but like it could be anyone saying anything. I think I'd like the sound, the genuine sound of it. You know what I'm saying? That's why we talk about it so much. Like that's why I like it so much. It's just because it sounds nice to me.
You like the art of rapping.
Yeah, it just sounds nice. It's inexplicable.
I get it though. I was thinking about this because I listen to the hardcore rap usually when I'm in the gym or usually when I'm running.
Damn.
That's when I listen to the heavier rap.
Yeah.
And there's something very satisfying about that kind of music that you don't get from pop rap.
Yeah.
I feel like when your life is very mundane, not mundane, but when your life is average, that's when the pop rap complements it. But when you're going through something, is when the heavier rap kind of
I mean it's more nuanced. No, I don't want to say that because that sounds corny too.
I don't think it's more nuanced. I just think it's denser.
It's denser and it's like there's more of like a kind of mythology to all the street stuff.
But that's what I'm saying. You step into the artist world. We step into the artist world.
I think at least I like about it is not necessarily emulating like the way some of these guys talk or like trying to dress like them or speak like them or talk like whatever, but they do things with such a confidence and such a like a lackadaisicalness about their perception of themselves compared or to other people that I admire and take a lot from. Do you know what I'm saying?
They
are so, they don't care. Like they'll put, like run that back. Some guys will do that 4 times in a song. Just because they think they want to do it.
They're more confident.
That's what I like a lot.
They're a lot more confident than pop rap, male pop rap.
Yeah.
I understand that. And I do think that you need to understand the average person isn't as confident as you are, Max.
Yeah.
But while we're on this topic, Conway.
Yeah.
Big Ghost Limited.
Yep. Oh, he's great. He has some other. He makes a lot of music with a lot of these guys.
Well, first off,
what?
Most people don't know who Big Ghost Limited is.
Oh, he's a producer. I don't know where he's from.
I have no idea where he's from, but he was a blogger.
Really? He started producing?
And he raps. That is the ultimate blogger's dream.
That's awesome. Yeah.
No, that type of person, they dream about that.
Oh, yeah.
Or
the kind of person to make a podcast about this shit.
Oh, we're not above him. No, we would dream about that. If we could produce.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, but I do think that is the ultimate goal of anyone who's in this industry.
Yeah, because they love this shit.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves it.
Damn.
I've never listened to Big Ghost Limited rap though, but he did produce this new Conway album, right?
Yeah, he produced a whole Griselda thing late last year. I mean,
was that the one on Shady Records?
Was it? No, it wasn't the one on Shady.
Oh, okay. You almost got me. Okay.
I'll find it right now. But he also, you know who Vic Spencer is from Chicago?
Sounds familiar, very familiar.
Great. I'll put some of those songs in the playlist. He's a good producer, really good. Conway likes, all the Griselda guys like to make albums with a specific producer at a time. Sun Tzu is another rapper. It's a rapper, or a producer, I mean. Not just a full
Sun Tzu.
Subsu, yeah.
Subsu?
Wait, Sun Tzu. What did I say?
Sun Tzu.
I forgot it. It's a Chinese character. It's a Mandarin character.
Sun Tzu.
That's what I think. It's Sun Tzu.
Yeah.
He made an album with West Side Gun. Benny just had one with DJ Drama. That's not producer, but still, that's actually really good. They have a lot of the.
Benny has a Gangsta Grills tape.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, with his little imprint too, Black Soprano Family.
That's Benny's.
I guess.
Wow.
Anyway, I can't find it on my phone. Anyway. Yeah, there's a lot. They're always coming out with stuff, Griselda.
They don't stop.
No.
I appreciate the output. They're flooding the streets.
Yeah.
But there was a good point that was brought up that now that they're becoming more mainstream, do you think they should slow down?
Should they? Maybe.
Will they?
They're not going to.
No, they're not.
I'm always of the mindset of like I sometimes rappers, especially recently, because you realize I'm in the studio anyway. Why not just release anything I can and see what catches?
Right.
Regardless, guys release shit all the time. Three albums a year is kind of normal now.
And they're one of the differences between people who like rapping versus people who like being a rapper.
Yeah.
Griselda likes rapping.
Yeah.
A lot of people out right now like being a rapper.
Right.
I'm not saying that's wrong.
No.
If I were a rapper, I'd probably enjoy being a rapper more than I enjoy rapping. But you can hear it in the music. Like, they enjoy
they love it.
Rapping. And I think for a lot of people, that's kind of unappealing.
Yeah. I mean,
mean,
I would say one of the reasons I would agree, maybe slow down a minute, is because they've inspired a lot of guys to not even make music, but kind of just to be. They've gained a lot of popularity for guys who sound like them, and I'm talking about, 90s revivalism, and especially we talk about upstate New York, especially.
Yeah.
Older guys in New York City itself, New Jersey.
Oh, they're a movement.
Right, and there's
Yes.
so many of these guys. Maybe let them. Now I'm not saying every rapper is selfless and they're gonna think about their cities before themselves, but there are a lot of guys who are coming out who are similar veins as they are.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe people might get sick of the whole thing.
I think some people would argue that Rock Marciano.
No, I'm not even talking about Rock Marcy,
But people would argue that he's the one who
he started this whole thing. Yeah, with Markberg.
started this movement.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie and say I was always a fan, but he started making music with Alchemist, 2015 maybe, and before that he started making waves a little bit. But since then, at least, you could point him as the start of the whole thing. And there's just so many guys now who you could arguably give a chance to shine to. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But I regardless of if it was intentional or not, I do think Rock Marciano changed the landscape. He's the one responsible.
He's
for
the best one.
The 90s revival. You disagree? You agree?
No, I agree. I think he's also the best too.
But we never even got to the point. What do you think of the Conway album?
Oh, I mean,
with Big Ghost Limited. What's it even called? No Rest for the Wicked?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
He had Method Man on it, right?
Was he?
Is that the same thing? Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I listened to it today. Double check, because I don't remember. I could be tripping.
This is real time. They see how this goes now.
I know. This is exactly
it's a
how
really
it
complex
is.
process. I search on Apple Music.
And it's funny because we can't cut it out.
Oh no, it's just a single. My bad.
Right, but that wasn't on No Rest for the Wicked.
No,
right?
no.
Okay, good.
Okay, my bad. But that just came out too.
Also, can we point out that this man is wearing shorts, crossing his legs?
Is this the wrong way to do it?
For his camera debut? You can do whatever you want.
What am I supposed?
Hey.
What? I want to do like this?
Girl, get comfy, please.
I've had enough of this.
Don't fight it.
I've had enough of this.
Please.
This is the normal way for guys to sit. There's no problem with how this looks. This is cool. This is a cool way to sit. Am I wrong?
Did you drink every one of those orchards yourself?
I got one more in there.
Oh my god, he's the dude that brings the 6-pack. You bring no. Listen. You're the guy that brings a 6-pack with 3 already gone. That's the type of. I always wondered who those guys were, and now I know.
I also like arguing.
I didn't do that this time, but I would do that. Xavier, I want you to have the last.
I like arguing, but about being nice to each other. Do you want the last one?
I'm not gonna drink on camera, but thank you.
Okay.
Because
Kids
watch.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the sentiment. Family-friendly pod.
I'm keeping my legs crossed.
Family-friendly
for the
pod.
families out there.
But you did clarify that the Method Man.
Yeah, he has
Single.
El Camino and Flea Lord on this.
Okay, but that wasn't on the.
Here it is. This is what I was talking about.
That's the Griselda project by Big Ghost Limited.
Yes.
And this is called Griselda Ghost.
Yeah,
2019.
I like it.
I got to listen to that.
It's good. All right, what else we got?
Oh, and wait, we got to make a correction. The name of the album, is it an EP or album? It's 9 songs, but it's less than 30 minutes.
Project.
Okay, yeah. The name of the new Conway and Big Ghost Limited project is No One Mourns the Wicked. We're probably going to put a song on there.
Yeah.
For the podcast.
I always
want
kind
to put
of hard.
Sicarios.
Huh?
I want to put Sicarios on the playlist.
I just watched that again. I always have a hard time deciding what to put on the playlist.
Mm-hmm.
Just because there's so much like I want to put on, but I don't want to put 10, 15 songs on. You know.
We got to save it. We got to think about the long term.
Brevity.
And also, I want when you choose your songs for the playlist, I want you to understand that not only men listen and watch
I'll put
the show.
Some girls shit on there this time.
I'm just saying, like, if there's a song, ladies, that you're listening or watching, if there's a song on the playlist that you like, it wasn't because of him.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
Jesus. I'm putting a girl song on it this time. At least one.
Don't force it, please.
Girls don't like. Yeah. Girls don't like Glock Boys TJ.
All right, while you figure that out, while you do that, let me get your opinion on Jack Harlow. Because I've been asking you about this guy for a minute.
Yeah.
He's been out for a minute. We've known about Jack Harlow before What's Poppin'. He's been on our radar.
Yeah, he has.
For more than a year.
He has.
Personally, because the people I spend time around, the types of people
I think we'll agree most talking about this, I think.
Okay, so the type of people I spend most of my time around and talking to love Jack.
Love him?
Love Jack Harlow. They
Oh.
love him. They love him. And
I mean, he's gas.
I'm not going to single any type of person out,
He's flames.
but I do like people who are similar to me. And, you know, I'm a black person from the suburb.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. He is not.
No, but Jack Harlow's he's not. I don't hate him.
I don't. I dislike him, but he's not bad at what he does.
But this is what I was trying to bring up on the last episode about why I think you dislike Logic more than me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not white, so I don't get that like cringe feeling.
It's cringe. It's
that
embarrassing.
other white
Stop
people
it.
see.
Please stop it.
Right, because like as a white person, when you see another white person do something embarrassing, you probably feel a little like.
Probably. Yeah, maybe that's it.
I don't feel
also
that
think
way.
he's hideous, but that's just me.
Damn, that was you heard him. I'm not even talking about my man's looks. You said he's.
I'll say this to get off that. I'll say this. He has one line in the Poppin' song where he's like,
Babe, does it hurt when I deep throat?
No.
Pause.
No, he says like my dark skinned girl. It's like can he say that? I don't know if he can say that.
He can't. Why can't Jack Harlow date a dark skinned woman, Max?
Can he say my dark skinned girl? He can say that. It's just weird to say it like that. I don't know. Am I wrong?
Why? Because it sounds.
It sounds Yeah.
It sounds
like
possessive.
Weird. It sounds weird.
I think you're the only one thinking of it that way.
So as a white person, you can classify people by their skin color.
If
That's what I'm saying. I'm asking.
I think you have to look at it from a rapper perspective, not a white person perspective.
Okay, fine.
Like that's like his girl is dark skinned, my dark skinned girl.
But it's not different coming from a white.
He's
guy.
not calling her my slave.
No, he's not. But he's classifying her by her skin color. I'm saying as a white guy, isn't that kind of weird?
If his girl is dark skinned, that's not weird.
All right.
Why can't a person, regardless of race, say like, yeah, my well, okay.
Yeah,
maybe it does sound a little.
That's all I'm saying.
Look, a little risque.
Look, that's not even my biggest gripe with him. I just think it's an interesting thing to point out.
I don't. Yeah, I think you're the only one thinking of it that way. But sure, it does sound a little weird.
He can rap.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of corny. Again, going back to that. The new band. Stop! Look, you're not allowed.
I know nothing about rap, but the one thing I have noted, you call every rapper corny.
That's true.
Every rapper that you know, right?
Yes.
Right. All the rappers.
I recognize the name of that.
Every rapper that only he knows, he thinks is cool.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Defend yourself.
Yeah. This is your show.
I know nothing about the subject, so I'm generally
Right.
Maybe he's not corny.
This
Maybe I don't
is-
know what I'm talking
This is
about.
both of our shows. Why is everyone corny to you?
A lot of it's just the blatant. I got to put my now I'm crossing.
Grown man comes into my crib with shorts on, crossing his legs, calling everyone else corny. I love it. Please go on.
My heart is beating so fast.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
so angry. I'm furious.
Okay, but you do think Jack Harlow's corny.
Am I wrong?
Let's just establish that. You do think Jack Harlow is corny, right?
A little bit.
Is it because he's white?
A little bit. Yes. I mean, yes, it is.
And you can admit that you are biased against white rappers.
I hate him.
But you do.
I think it's a considerably more difficult thing to do. Is to be.
It's hard to be a white rapper and come off as cool. We said that last episode too,
so
right?
that's the same rule applies. There's some good white rappers. Evidence.
But
Again, I sound so fucking.
but try to think of his fan base, because like I said,
No, he can rap.
his fan base is mostly like, I'm not gonna say it's mostly, but a lot of girls like him.
No, here's the thing too. When that What's Poppin' song with the remix especially, I can
With Wayne?
Yeah, and the baby. I can 1,000% hear that at a frat party and be like, everyone is having a good time. And you know what? If everyone's having a good time listening to this song, I'm the asshole if I'm pouting. You know what I'm saying? I get why it is what it is, and I get he's a good rapper. Like I get why people like it. I don't, and I think it's a little corny because he's a white guy who's like. He's not doing blackface necessarily, but he's
appropriating black
appropriating
culture
heavily what I feel like is the culture of it.
Here's my thing though, like I'm pretty lax when it comes to like cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
I mean, like white people have been rapping and it's fine.
No, it's not even like I think inherently if you appropriate it's bad. Kind of a little bit, but like Tarantino, people always give him shit for trying. Like everyone says he wants to be a black guy. That's probably.
I think
true.
he just wants to say the N-word. I don't even think he wants to be black.
Think
I
so?
just think he wants to drop hard
Maybe
R's.
with Django. Whatever. What I'm saying is like
He wasn't even in Django, was he? Oh, he was.
First off, he was
For a little
Second off,
bit. For a little bit.
Even just making it, people said he loves saying that.
Oh, I don't care. That's one of my favorite movies ever.
That's what I'm saying. It's good shit.
Oh yeah.
It's good. You can even have that discussion genuinely. It's good. I like it. Someone just heard that?
Yeah.
Someone's dog. I thought it was.
Okay.
If it's good, if it's worth watching, I feel like the discussion is secondary a little bit. I don't feel like it's good enough to, like, I don't like it that. I don't think. It's just I don't like it that much to ignore it. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think like even Eminem is way more talented than the conversation necessarily.
What do you mean you don't?
entail.
What do you mean you don't like it enough to?
Like I don't think it's artistically or even just like piquing my interest enough to supersede the conversation of appropriation because it's so it does that so heavily.
So you think in order for a white rapper to be in the rap hemisphere, in the rap scene, they need to be so talented that you forget that they're appropriating culture.
If they're not appropriating culture, they're not appropriating culture. I don't care. But if they are doing that,
what do you think appropriating culture is though? Like can only black people rap?
No. I don't know. I mean, look, I'm just saying my hunch. If he's not doing anything wrong, I'm just being an asshole. I just feel like the way he carries himself is a bit sus. I don't know.
I do think you're thinking about it a little too critically.
Maybe.
Because a lot of black people I know
right.
and a lot of black girls I talk to, black women I talk to, like Jack Harlow. And people I've talked to in the past like Jack Harlow. Yeah. I think you're looking at it from a more critical lens because you're so adjacent to that type of person. You're the one who called him ugly, though.
If you think I'm ugly, then say I'm ugly.
No one said that. You called Jack Harlow ugly.
I think he's a goofball. I think he looks goofy.
Listen, for whoever is watching this.
I don't get the...
Listen, no. For whoever is watching this, I don't agree with that. He's cool. He's fine with me. So if anyone wants to like sponsor us or anything like that, and they're not going to because of him.
I love Jack Harlow. If you're
affiliated.
watching and you want to sponsor us, I love him. I think he's cool. I think he spits flames. I think he's a dope MC.
But
please give us money.
I do think what's more interesting than him as a rapper is that story between him and Lou Will.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great story.
Yeah, you heard about the story about how he got Lou Williams in trouble. Yeah, they went to Magic City strip club. Right.
I've heard great things about the lemon pepper wings.
Oh no. Hey, wait.
What?
1 second. Can we just shout out Magic City for a second? Okay. And the wings and the workers?
I've never been, but go ahead.
Okay. I haven't been either.
Actually, you know what? Florida. I think it's Atlanta.
They're in Florida.
They have multiple.
Well, actually, no. Do they have multiple Magic Cities? This was the Magic City in Atlanta, right?
I thought he left to go to Atlanta.
Because the Magic City is in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like the one that everyone
talks about. I want to
about.
clarify. They asked me to come.
Went to Atlanta. He left Florida. He left the bubble to go to Atlanta.
Yeah, but it's not.
I know the Magic City's in Atlanta. That's all I'm saying.
I figured for an NBA player, it's nothing. Yeah.
Right, like a flight's nothing.
Right.
To him, but
I just want to say they asked me to come. I had to decline, but I've been invited to go to Magic City. They want me to come. Is all I'm gonna say. Yeah, that's a great story. He was partying at Magic City with with Jack Harlow, and he's not allowed to play anymore.
Is he not allowed to play?
He had to quarantine for 2 weeks. He had to quarantine for 2 weeks.
Back for the playoffs, so he doesn't give a shit.
So he will be quarantining for 2 weeks and he'll be back for the playoffs. That's all that matters. But I think for Jack, it was a bad look. Legendary story, but terrible look because they got caught because Jack posted pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because Jack.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's what I'm saying. And you know it's hard. It's hard for white guys. When like no matter how popular they are, once they get around athletes, the fan come. But yeah, you know it's hard.
Yeah. Oh.
You know, like I feel like if Jack Harlow were black, there'd be a form of understanding between him and Lou Williams. Like, hey, don't post this picture. Yeah. We're not supposed to be here. But when you're like, that white guy who loves sports, you can't help but get hyped. You're like, oh shit, I'm with Lou Williams.
That's another Uncut Gems moment.
Right. He's a six man. Like you got to get the picture in it.
Yeah, six man Jack Harlow.
But I do think Jack Harlow has a place in hip hop and rap.
I don't care, man.
I just want to hear your opinion of it because I knew it was super harsh.
I'm saying it comes across corny to me because he's trying to be, in my mind, in my opinion, he's trying to be as close to what a black person would do without saying the N-word or, putting shit on his face. If people don't have a problem with it, I don't care. I'm not saying you have to have a problem with it. I'm not canceling him. I'm saying I don't like the music enough to get over that. That's all I'm saying. Please, no more. No more yelling at me.
You guys have viewers. I'm voting for mine.
All right.
Yeah.
No. We need to carry this on because this is interesting. Me and you, we have a little bet going on about the presidential race.
Yeah.
I would never. Well, you choose up to you, but I would never vote for Trump or bet money on Trump. Would you?
I actively am.
If you want to show your face and say that you're voting for Donald Trump, go for it.
No, I'm not. Okay. We can stop right there. Because I'm not going to show my face if you're gonna leave me up like that. Let me go and clarify to the.
Do you not want Trump to win so you win our bet?
I have very mixed feelings because.
The camera's right there.
I'll say it worse again. There.
Yeah.
Xavier and I, good friends for a long time. We made a friendly wager.
The microphone can't even hear you.
We made a friendly wager, very friendly,
about
the upcoming presidential election. And it was at the time, this was back in May. The odds have changed since then, and if you look at the betting lines. We made a straight-up bet about who would win the presidential election. And I voted on the current president, Donald Trump, and he chose Joe Biden. And that in no means shows my support for Donald Trump in any way, shape, or form. I have no interest or fascination with the man whatsoever, but it was my firm belief that he was going to win the presidency at the time. And now things have changed.
This was only a month ago.
It was a couple months ago. At the time we made the bet, I'll be straight up with you, like the sports books had Donald Trump as a favorite, as a slight favorite. I know, I'm serious. Like I'm serious. And since
he's incumbent,
right? And since Corona got worse, and since all the crazy stuff that's been going on, now Biden is a heavy favorite. So I'm very likely going to lose this bet.
But you know what? It's okay.
And I'm happy to lose this bet. I'm looking into the camera. I would be happy to give this man my money because Donald Trump is not going to be the president. But I just need to set that clear.
Listen, man, it's okay. Everyone loses money. I mean, we saw what happened with Toronto.
Toronto did lose by 22. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't know who the dumbass who voted or who bet on Toronto was, but couldn't be me. Anyway,
that's what you get for gambling.
I don't gamble.
And sitting.
Shut up, man.
Don't gamble as you have a NBA bets that ain't bet on the president.
I don't gamble. Let's just get that out the way.
Because it's sinful.
But this is the last leg of the show.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
We got the music out the way. Now it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty. We're talking about the real right now. You had a couple choice words for Ellen DeGeneres. Let's hear it.
I will take over your show.
No, you won't. No, you won't. No, you won't. No, you won't. Kiki Palmer's getting it.
Oh, she is?
It's between her and the karaoke guy.
Oh,
James
no.
Corden?
He
What's his
sucks.
Is it James Corden?
James Corden.
James Corden, yeah. Between him and Kiki Palmer.
I mean, it should be Eric Andre. That was he was posting about that.
Okay.
It should be Eric Andre. But I understand he's a pretty controversial figure, Ellen. Listen, I will do it. I understand you're in hot water. It's not a good look to be on the Ellen DeGeneres. I'll keep it the same name. You'll get the money from the name. But I think I'd be a good host. I think I'll do it.
Do you think the stories?
I'm thinking I'll do it.
Do you think the stories of Ellen being mean to her staff are true?
Oh, yeah. I've heard this for years.
Oh, so you've heard about this before, Blue?
Yeah.
there have been talks about this in Hollywood for a minute.
Yeah.
Do you think she should lose her show for this?
I don't care. I mean, should she lose her show for being a bad boss?
I think it's deeper.
That's not how that works. I mean, if she gets viewers, then she has a show.
I think it's deeper than being a bad boss. I think she was being borderline abusive to the staff.
Yeah, no. I mean, regardless of how you frame it, I would even agree. But if she gets viewers, she has a show. That's how it works. They're gonna get rid of some upper level management and producers. They're gonna scrub the whole thing clean. She'll come out and say she'll make a change, but she's gonna have a show still.
You think she'll still be on TV?
Unless she doesn't want to. I don't know.
You want to bet on it? No. I'm not taking this.
That's your first reaction. Now that you started gambling.
I'm in.
For any conundrum that comes up.
Everything got to be a bet now.
I am all in.
No, I'm not taking that bet. Only because I will never bet against America's favorite white woman.
Yeah, I think she'll have a show.
Yeah, I don't think that she'll be on the Ellen show, but she'll have a platform.
Yeah.
She'll have a
People
platform.
love Ellen. People have loved her for years.
When
I've
she
never
came
been
out, it was a
under
big
the
deal.
spell.
When she came out the closet, that was huge. She had her own sitcom before she had her show.
Yeah, what was that? I don't remember.
I think it was just called The Ellen Show.
But wasn't she a character on another show?
I think she was the main character.
Really?
I think so.
Just from nowhere, just from being a.
Well, I mean, it's Hollywood. Everyone knows everyone. There's like some connections always at play usually.
Yeah, she's been America's sweetheart, arguably.
Right, and I do think it is pretty disappointing to see her go out like this.
Whoa.
Shots. I do think it's disappointing to see her go out like this, but if the stories are true, and she is treating her staff that bad, because what's one of the stories? She smelled meat from a barbecue that her workers were having,
Yeah.
and she made them shut the whole barbecue down because she's a vegan and she didn't like the smell of meat.
Damn.
That's pretty intense.
You can have barbecues at work. That's kind of cool.
The
No,
point,
you
the
can't. I know, but even
point, the point is just close your window.
that's the point.
I mean, like, if she's in other stories about how she's just being rude to her staff, if these things are true, then, maybe she shouldn't have her platform. Because why should anyone's work environment be a living hell?
Yeah, I agree.
Like, no matter how illustrious your
And for
job
what?
is.
So that you can have Hillary Clinton dance on your show. Or you can have.
Yeah, have Hillary Clinton Dougie
Yeah.
a month before the election.
You're right. And
But
send her chances skyrocketing.
But regardless, I as someone who has had bosses in the past that they weren't that bad, but who has had bosses that have gotten on my nerves and said some pretty questionable things, I'm always going to side with the workers.
Yeah, wow, that's very leftist of you.
I'm a union man. What can I say? I feel like if there's like footage of me saying that, it's going to be used against me or something.
Thoughts on the proletariat, dude.
But I do honestly, usually take the side of the workers. Because,
Yeah, look, that sucks.
like they do the work.
I'll say this. I've heard for years, because I'm a Hollywood insider myself.
I'm not going to say what I want to say, but you know what I want to say.
I know the business.
I just wouldn't make any sweeping assumptions about any group of people on this show, Max.
You better not. I've heard that most late night hosts or even daytime hosts if you're a guest, you come and you talk to the guest, or if you're a host,
you get friendly.
Talk to the guest. I've heard Kimmel's very nice to his guests.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure Colbert is.
Yep.
I'm not saying because Conan's nice. Conan was one of the better ones too. He's very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're generally pretty nice. I don't think Leno was. Shocker.
Well, Jay Leno came to Ellen's defense.
Right, there you go.
Yeah.
But usually, and I've heard that guests on the Ellen Show are not treated not like they're abused like the workers, but they're not given the kind of the star treatment that you'd get on a different show. Ellen just kind of coldly greets you and then walks off and then acts differently on stage.
I think Ellen looks at it as you should be honored to be here. Like, this is a privilege for you. Like, this is, I'm giving you exposure. I'm giving you a platform. And I know people who have been on it.
You do?
I'm not going to drop anything, but, like, it isn't the best, the nicest, is all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I've heard. You've heard that?
Right. I just didn't want to. I wanted you to say it first.
Yeah. I've heard she's a meanie.
Yeah. But that really shook up the world of, like, entertainment late night.
Yeah, because that's the opposite of her image.
Right. She comes off as
funny.
She comes off as squeaky clean, and this is what I've been saying forever about anyone with a platform. You need to come out the gate an asshole. Like when you're coming
Fuck
out,
Jack Harlow.
that's not no. That's completely his
Fuck
view.
you, dude.
That's completely his view. It's not my view. But Generation Now, DJ Drama, love them all. shout out to Generation Now.
Yeah,
But
good label, guys.
I'm just gonna say, when you are a public figure, you need to come out the gate with your real personality. If you're a genuinely good person, be a genuinely good person.
Like we are.
Okay. If you're an asshole, be an asshole. Or just don't go out of your way to be an asshole, but come out the gate yourself. So when something comes out about you, it's not a surprise.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not condoning anyone's behavior, but like, let's say you're a rapper or a singer and you always talk about cheating on your significant other in your songs. And you cheat in real life. The likelihood of you being canceled for cheating or something like that is lower.
I would say
if you come out the gate telling people who you are.
Yeah, no
Because
love for a thotty.
At the end of the day, like, no one has the moral high ground. Everyone's done some questionable, shitty things. So I think when people try to cancel people or try to get people out of here, it's not because of the act itself, but because of how they portrayed themselves. And if it goes against their public image, then the fall is harder.
I mean, maybe I'm speaking personally here, but I'd assume this is true for a decent amount of people, if you call yourself a fan at least. You also feel like an idiot if someone acts a certain way, then is proven to behave differently behind the scenes. Because it's like you're not fooling. I mean, you feel like you've been duped a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You feel like you had a fast one pulled on you. No one likes that.
Yeah, and I hate that. You hate that feeling.
No one likes that feeling. No one wants to feel dumb.
Yeah, I feel duped. I feel like you.
Yeah, you don't want to stick your neck out for a bad person.
Yeah.
Like I remember when Drake and Meek Mill had their like beef because Drake was he got caught with ghostwriters. Like I was sticking my neck out for Drake. I was
You were necking him.
Shut up. I was the biggest Drake fan in high school.
Yeah.
Most people watching this probably know that. And so when Meek came out with those reference tracks of what's his name?
Quentin Miller.
Of Quentin Miller, like rapping the actual lyrics from Drake, I almost cried. Because the way I defended Drake, it was like he was my brother. And just to have him be outed like that, it hurt me. I felt stupid. I felt like I had a fast one played on me.
Right.
And, I still like Drake. I still like Meek Mill now. And shout out to Quentin Miller, too. But the worst feeling in the world is just feeling played. It's not like, I don't care that Drake had ghostwriters. And most people don't care if a celebrity cheats on their significant other or treated someone like not the best. It's if they duped the public.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just be honest. It's hard. It's really easier said than done. But if you're going to be a public figure in any way, you need to come out the gate with your true personality. Mm-hmm. So that's a pro tip to anybody watching the show. But what else happened? Besides Ellen?
I kind of want to talk about this. It's not as lighthearted as...
Oh, my God. He wants.
I just want to say it.
This is a very special episode.
No. God damn it.
I actually don't know what you're going to talk about, so.
I was going to say, rest in peace, a rapper, FPG Duck, got shot and killed in Chicago. Really sad. I'm not going to act like I'm an insider in the whole, situation in Chicago in terms of, like, who's friends with who's not liking each other, all that kind of shit. But, I mean, it's just sad to see someone die for seemingly such a superficial and shallow reason. I don't know. It's just there's a video of it, too. Really hard to watch. I don't know why I ended up watching it myself, but honestly, like RIP, just kind of sad situation.
Look, I am not going to comment on
just say it's sad
on anything related to the violence going on right now.
Yeah,
it's sad. Anytime someone dies, it's sad. I don't like it, obviously, but we don't know anything about that. We're just fans of artists and we know artists. So when an artist dies, we're going to feel sad. So as much as I don't want to get involved with that life because I'm not a part of it, I think we should still acknowledge that it is sad. And I want to say this too. You're white. You can say whatever you want about.
Sad.
No. I know, but I'm saying you're white. You can say whatever you want about gang violence and not get touched.
That's true. Shit.
Like, people who aren't white cannot insert themselves into that world and assume they're going to be safe. For example, DJ Academics. So
okay.
So that's why
I mean,
I don't
look,
want to go there on the show.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not saying the route of like the music is causing violence. I don't think that's true in the slightest bit.
But anytime you take sides in a street beef, you're getting yourself involved when you don't need to. That's why I don't want to talk about it.
Okay,
but like we said, it's sad anytime someone dies.
It's sad. It's sad he died. I didn't like watching the video. It made me sad to see.
Right.
I don't want him to be dead, and I feel bad.
But the point is, like, he's not even paying attention. I don't want to get involved with this stuff because I don't live it. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. I didn't mean to do that.
That's all I'm going to say. But like we said, rest in peace.
Yeah, seriously, that's all I meant. I didn't mean to.
All the music coming out of Chicago is hype.
Yeah.
What else are we going to talk about? Because I had a whole list, but the camera's recording, so.
I mean, it's been an hour and a half. You want more?
Well, I mean, I think we should just have a closing statement.
All right.
Let me just say one thing.
Yeah.
For those people listening on Apple Music, Spotify, or SoundCloud and who aren't watching the video, I want to apologize because we talk over each other more in this episode, and that's only because we're on video. So it might seem a little more confusing, but it's not as like structured and uniform. But that's because we're on video.
We're trying new shit out.
Yeah, so check us out on YouTube, if you get this through SoundCloud or anything. But that's it. And let me think about this.
You want to end it with something?
I had something I wanted to bring up, but I don't know. Okay, well, you can go for it. I'll think about it.
Joe Biden, really great. Another great performance for the public.
You don't even like Joe Biden. You didn't even vote, did you?
Yeah, I did. In this past election, you think my mom didn't make me vote?
I'm just playing. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Joe Biden had a really great and insightful comment coming out saying...
What did he say? You pickaninnies better vote for me?
Look, you're going to vote for me. Why am I even out here trying?
Your black ass has no choice.
Yeah, I mean, he said that, I mean, it doesn't seem like it's that. I mean, I wouldn't, again, it's not for me to say if it's a big deal or not.
As a black person, I don't take offense.
He said that...
But I can't speak for all black people.
The African-American community is not diverse, therefore...
He did not say that.
Yeah, I did.
He did say that?
He said, compared to
the Latino community.
He said it's not diverse, so I don't need to try as hard. Something along those lines. I'm going to read the exact quote here.
Please read the exact quote, because I'm pretty sure he said the Latino community is more diverse or something along those lines.
He said he explicitly said they're not diverse, the black community.
He said, unlike the black community, the Latino community is very diverse, and went on to spew some other shit after that.
You know what, though? I'm not defending him per se, but I think he meant that as in for Latinos, if they make over a certain amount or if they're culturally a certain way, they're more likely to vote Republican. Whereas across the board, black people are more likely to be Democrat.
I understand what the sentiment is because, like, in Florida, especially, the Cubans can be very persuasive in elections. Like, they vote Republican because they came from a quote-unquote, communist dictatorship. So Cubans tend to vote very Republican versus, like, other Latino groups that vote Democrat. I get what he's saying. It's just a very awkward and unnecessary way to go about that, which is not it's gonna rub people the wrong way. And he's fumbling like he always does because he's decrepit.
And when you think about it, the majority of, did he say African American or black?
I think African American.
That's a very specific group because when you say African American in this country, you mean people who are descendants of slaves.
I guess.
And in a sense, that group is less diverse than the Latino community because when you are Latino, you come from, like you said, Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Mexico, South America, Central America. So it is by default a more diverse group than African American descendants of slaves. I mean, that goes without saying.
Maybe it is a bit of nitpicking the words, I guess.
It is very nitpicky, and I'm not condoning, everything Joe Biden does, but
yeah, because he's done worse shit.
He said questionable things, yes, but I mean, if you use your brain and if you think critically, you can fill in the gaps and get what he's trying to say.
I guess that's true.
Because it's true, like African American descendants of slaves usually vote Democrat.
Yeah. And
I'm sure if we had more, I'm not saying this is necessarily true, but I'm sure if we had more black people coming from different countries.
But there still are, kind of.
There still are, but it's not nearly as many that are African American in this country. Not nearly. I don't know the exact number, but like I always say this on the show, African Americans are like 12.8, 13% of the country.
You know the statistics.
I
right?
know it off the door. I know it.
He knows the race statistics.
But like I said, like
how much crime do they commit?
shut up. But I do know that people who are more immigrants from Africa or other majority black countries aren't as likely to be Democrat.
I think that is kind of questionable too. But yeah, you're right.
But that's what I'm saying. So if we had the same makeup as the Latino community, if we had the same ethnic makeup, he would have to pander to us more. But because he knows African Americans are going to vote blue because, historically, then he doesn't need to pander to us.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's I you know what? As evidence of his mental decline, maybe you could throw this in there because I do think it's like a not going back to optics like the beginning, not optically the best thing to say or best way to word that. But I guess when we're talking about it like this, you do get what he's saying pretty obviously.
Right. I mean, he's not the best public speaker. I mean, he's old, but
no, and he's ill.
But like, do you want another Trump term? I'm not telling people who to vote for. All I'm asking is, do you want another Trump term? And I understand people who, don't want to vote for him for moral reasons. So I'm not telling anyone to vote for anyone, but I'm just saying if you do think critically about what he's saying, it's not as asinine as him and everyone else would have you think.
I thought you were going to say as me saying that Jack Harlow is.
That was out of pocket, though.
That was imbecile.
I'm going to give you one more chance to take back you calling him hideous. Do you want to take that back?
I take it back. I love him. We love him. We love the guy.
Once I mentioned that he signed to DJ Drama and is on the same label as Lil Uzi Vert, he takes back his comment.
We want a shoe deal with New Balance like he has.
Does he have a shoe deal?
That's why I was saying earlier. He kicks every video. He kicks that shows that I got. That's a sus pose. He kicks his foot at the camera and shows the New Balance shoes he's wearing.
Okay.
Because he's exclusively signed to New Balance.
All right, well.
Any company wants to give us a shoe deal. Yeah. Not any company. I'm not going to wear K-Swiss shoes.
I will gladly be sponsored by K-Swiss. I do not care.
All right. Then
don't listen to him. He's bougie.
Shoes.
But
I'll get the new Travis Scott shoes early.
No, you won't.
Because I'll be signed to Nike. You wearing K-Swiss.
Because I'm going to tell the unemployment office that I'm currently hiring you. And I'm paying you. All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you for tuning into the show. This might be a little shorter than usual just because it's on video for the first time. And we didn't have a guest tonight because for video. Well, we kind of had a guest. But for video, I wanted to make sure it ran smoothly before we had someone else on. Yeah. So thank you for tuning in. Check us out on YouTube. We're probably already watching on YouTube. But check us out on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud. And the playlist will be posted in the bio. And let's see. The sticker though. Let me see. The stickers are out. I'm not really selling them. Like, I'm not against selling them, but like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't want to pay for shipping for one sticker. So I'm really just doing it on like a whoever I see, I'm just gonna throw 1-2 basis, and I'm just gonna leave them in random places. But like, if you want one that bad, I'm sure we could figure it out.
We can make a deal.
Yeah, but yeah, keep an eye out. We got more stuff coming out on the way. So I want to say thank you to everyone involved. Thank you for getting the video on. Thank you to everyone right now in the room. Yeah. This was Shameless Plug, Season 3, Episode 7. I uploaded like the first episodes from the first season I did when I was 19 on this channel, and I'm going to upload others later. Some I can't because of copyright reasons, because of the music I play, and other reasons. But the ones that I could post are up, and it's pretty embarrassing listening to them, for me at least. But, the whole point of this show is to be shameless. So I got to live what I preach.
Facts.
I got to live what I preach. So I put the first 5 from the first season up, and I was 19 at the time. And I think my biggest regret from those episodes is saying I didn't like Cozy Tapes 2.
That's the biggest regret.
And I also big up to Brockhampton a little too much. But I was 19.
You didn't give your producer any credit.
You weren't even. I was in Canada.
Which sucks, man.
I was in Canada with my family producing it. I've always produced this show myself.
You're uncredited producer.
You did nothing at the time. I embellished your role when I brought you on. You did.
Oh, he's making up for the. He's lying.
I can't even talk about this.
He's screwing me out of my hard-earned money.
You've done nothing.
Yeah.
I just okay.
I'm just kidding around, man.
Okay. But you know what? We appreciate having you on, and we appreciate having everyone here and tuning in. So thank you for tuning in to Shameless Plug, Season 3, Episode 7. Be sure to check out the playlist and have a good life, day, night, evening, what have you.
Quarantine.
Peace.